Do you want to automate your Meta Ads campaigns with artificial intelligence, but you're afraid of getting your account banned? The first thing to rule out is that Meta won't ban you for using AI. It bans you for how you connect it. There are three ways to connect your Meta Ads account to Claude, Chatgpt, or any other AI. One will almost certainly get you banned, another is completely up to you, and the third is the safe one. I'm going to explain all three, so let's get started. The first way you can connect Meta Ads with an AI is by automating browser navigation. This means you give the AI permission to navigate inside your browser like Chrome, Safari, or Firefox and take actions for you. For example, clicking buttons or moving things around in your Meta Ads Manager. If you do this, you're condemning your account to being banned. It goes against Meta's automation policies. They don't allow software to interact with their interface by pretending to be a person. The second option is to connect through Meta's marketing API, creating an app in Meta for developers. When you're done, Meta gives you an app ID, an app secret, and an access token that you have to give to the AI. When you create this app, you define its scope, whether it's read-only or read and write. If it's read-only, you're only going to query data from your Meta Ads account. And the risk of getting banned is very low because you won't be modifying anything. The real risk happens when your app also has write access. This means it can create campaigns, ad sets, and ads. This is where the real risk of being banned lies. And it doesn't happen for just one reason. It's a chain of actions that end up getting your account banned. Let me explain. When you connect Claude or any other AI directly to Meta's marketing API, the AI doesn't know the correct way to do each process. So it's going to start making different attempts. It tries once, makes a mistake, tries again, and makes another mistake. With each attempt, it probably makes an error. Now, on top of these errors it's making, you have to add the speed at which the AI executes. The AI executes at a pace that no human could case. Without pauses, perfect, always at the same pace. And that's the first thing Meta reads as robotic behavior. And that speed leads you straight to Meta's rate limits. Every time your app asks Meta for something, for example, querying metrics, creating a campaign, or changing a budget, that counts as a call or a request you're making to Meta's API. And Meta doesn't let you make infinite calls. Each account has a maximum number of actions within a time window. That's a rate limit. When you pass that limit, Meta stops responding to you. It returns an error until the window clears up. Rate limits aren't a punishment. They're how Meta protects infrastructure. The problem isn't that you hit the rate limit. That happens to anyone. The problem is what the AI does after it hits that limit. And that's the critical part. A human would stop when they get an error from Meta because they're hitting the rate limits. On the other hand, the AI doesn't do that because it's not trained with that information. What the AI does is ignore the errors and try again because it has a goal or a task to complete. Meta responds to the AI with an error, but it tries again. And this will keep happening until the number of errors the AI makes and ignores is so high that Meta detects it as a bot or directly as an attack and bans your account. Hitting that rate limit is easier than you think if you work at scale, which is probably what you want to do with AI. When you create massive campaigns, make bulk budget changes, or have several actions running at the same time, that increases the risk of hitting the rate limit. And this is another reason why your account could be banned by Meta. There's one last risk, different from all the previous ones I mentioned. When you give right permissions to your AI, it can not only create campaigns, but it can also activate the campaigns to make them go live. And I want to be very precise about this. Automating campaign activation is not what's going to get you banned. The real problem or danger is that when you completely delegate campaign creation to the AI and activate it immediately without any human reviewing what the AI created, what's going to happen is that Meta will start reviewing all the ads you're activating, and when one violates a policy, they'll give you a strike, like a yellow card. When that happens with one, no problem, nothing will happen. When you're publishing campaigns at scale and nobody is supervising how they're being created, the yellow cards or strikes accumulate, and an account with accumulated strikes ends up being restricted and then banned. In this case, as you can see, it's not automating campaign or ad creation. What gets your account banned is that because you gave the AI free rein and didn't verify what it was creating, some of your ads might have been violating a policy, and this can be another path to getting banned. Now let's talk about the third way you can connect Meta Ads to Claude, Chatgpt, or another AI safely, and the one I recommend. This way is the MCP. An MCP is a pre-built connection between the AI and the platform, in this case Meta. It's like a bridge that will allow the AI to safely access the structured data that Meta has. And it solves exactly the three problems I just explained about making the connection through the browser by creating an app in Meta yourself. Let's talk about the first one, authentication. When you connect to Meta Ads through the API, you have to give your raw credentials to Claude or ChatGPT. With an MCP, you authenticate through OAuth. You log in with your Facebook account, just like when you connect any other tool, and you'll never be giving your credentials, which are very sensitive data, to the AI. And besides, the connection goes through a verified Meta connector like Porter Metrics or, for example, the official Meta Ads MCP. The second point is that the MCP already knows how to do things. All MCPs come with a defined set of tools, and these tools are built for each action. So the AI doesn't have to guess the process or start iterating blindly. It makes far fewer mistakes when you ask it to create campaigns or ads. And when it gets close to a rate limit, it doesn't keep banging on the door. Instead, it waits and retries with judgment, just like a person would. And the third point, which for me is vital, is that the MCP, both the official Meta Ads MCP and our Porter Metrics MCP, leaves your campaigns paused by default. The AI creates the campaign, sets up the ad sets, and uploads the creatives, and then it stops. Nothing goes live or gets activated until a human goes in, reviews, and activates it. That review moment is the filter that prevents an ad that violates a policy from going out. And you don't have to remember to configure it. The pause comes by default. This is how the MCP prevents your account from being banned. And you have two safe MCP options. One is the official Meta Ads MCP, and my favorite, the one I recommend, is our Porter Metrics MCP. And you might be saying, why use the Porter Metrics MCP instead of the official Meta Ads MCP? I'll give you two very short reasons. The first is that with the Porter Metrics MCP, you don't just have the connection or the bridge between the AI and Meta Ads. Our MCP at Porter Metrics already comes loaded with pre-designed skills and templates to solve specific use cases. We've spent a lot of time understanding the fields inside Meta Ads. So there are specific skills for analysis and also specific skills for campaign creation. This will help you solve use cases much faster and analyze your account data like a real-life analyst would, because that's how our skills are configured. And the second is very practical. With the official Meta Ads connector, if you want to upload creatives, you have to host them on the internet. That means you'll have to upload them to some page that gives you a URL, so you can then pass the URL to Claude or ChatGPT, and the MCP can upload the creatives from that URL. With our MCP, that doesn't happen. You don't have to look for hosting for your creatives. Instead, once you install the Porter Metrics MCP, you ask it to access the creatives you already have on your computer, and from there, Claude itself will upload them to your Meta Business Manager or Ads Manager. So let's do a super quick recap. Meta doesn't ban you for using AI. It bans you for three things. First, letting the AI browse the web and touch your business manager for you as if it were a real human. That will almost certainly get your account banned. Second, executing at a non-human speed. And third, blowing past the rate limits and keeping at it when Meta already told you no, causing the error rate to skyrocket and signaling to Meta that this is a robot. And the fourth reason why you could get banned, which technically doesn't happen from automating campaigns, but is related to your creatives, is that you allow the AI to create all the ads and activate campaigns without your supervision. This can cause an ad to violate Meta's policies and consequently get you banned if too many ads fail to comply with the policies. The four things I just mentioned can be avoided by connecting through an MCP. The official Meta one works. However, the Porter Metrics one will save you a lot more work because of the pre-designed skills and templates it already has. I'll leave the link below in the description and in the first comment so you can go, create your free account, and start testing it today. See you in the next one. Subscribe. I hope this video was useful. Bye.